Good morning. Today is Friday. It's 7:04 a.m. I got an offer from Uber Eats to go to Robertos and then go to Starbucks. I'm going to get $12.56 for 6.1 miles. I've had the app on since 6:45, so it took almost 20 minutes to finally get this offer. I'm looking for offers that are at least $8, $2 for every mile. That's sort of still the general goal. And then the overall goal today is to make $50, which is my standard goal every day. The weather today is currently 72 degrees, sunny, clear, no wind. I think the high is going to be in the 80s today. So the first stop is going to be Robertos, and they're usually pretty reliable with having the order ready to go. And I don't know what I'm picking up. The only thing I'm always concerned about is, am I picking up drinks? That's about the only thing I'm really concerned about. Sometimes I do have a problem where the customer wants me to get them salsa, and when I get there, the salsa takes time to scoop out. You got to manually scoop it out and put it in these little tiny cups, and it eats up a lot of time. So let me see what the customer put in here. A burrito and 2 burritos, it looks like, so no drinks. And I think, and they already put in the instructions what salsa they wanted, so the cook should have already put it in the bag, so I should be fine. Let's go in. Just a 2-minute wait. Verified. Complete the pickup. Okay, next up, 6-minute drive, 1.9 miles to the Starbucks. And the cook was on his game. He had the green sauce all ready to be put inside the bag for the order. I was on my way over to the salsa station to fill up the little cups of green sauce, and he had already done it. And I was like, oh, that is great, thank you. So I didn't have to deal with it. So next up is the Starbucks, and this shouldn't be a big deal. Usually by the time if Starbucks is the second pickup, it's usually ready to go. So we should be really good. This one should be really short and quick. This will be a quick $12 and change into the piggy bank. Traffic is very light right now. It's Friday. A lot of people don't work on Fridays, so it should be easy going today to get to the $50. Watch out, pigeon. Oh, there's a pigeon in the road. Yesterday was a crazy day for me. I had to change the filters on my reverse osmosis system, and it took me all afternoon to change the filters. And what took the longest was not opening up the canisters, because I had these pipe wrenches or pipe strap wrenches to open them. What took so long was to figure out how to shut the water off. The valve that I normally would use to turn off the water to the reverse osmosis system is broken. So I first turned off a valve that said it would turn off the water to the house. Or actually before that, I turned off all the valves that were under the sink, and that didn't do anything. I turned off the valves that said to the house. That didn't do anything. So I turned off the water for everything, the sprinkler system, everything. I shut everything off. and that turned off the drinking water system. And I was finally able to change it. So I put in my notes, the next time remember to turn the water off for everything throughout the entire property, so that way I can change it. And then the next time I change it, I'm gonna replace that broken valve so I never have to deal with this headache again. I'm gonna remember to I put it in my notes to order a new valve to fix that problem. And of course, when you change the drinking water system, water goes everywhere. I had all these sopping wet towels all over the floor. It was a mess. But now it's all behind me. Thank goodness. And I won't have to worry about that for a year. Where do I want to park? Gosh, it's busy today. Park over here. All right, let's do it. You're welcome. Order was ready, no waiting. Man, it was busy in there. Verify, orders verified, complete the pickup. First drop off is going to be a business, some type of medical office. 2 minutes from here, 0.5 miles. It's going to be a meet in the lobby. Let's go. This Starbucks is so busy today. It's unbelievable how many people are showing up to this Starbucks. Just trying to lurch my way out as best I can. Man, these people are terrible drivers. Whew, man. The lady behind me, she decided she wasn't gonna fully pull into the parking spot. It's like when it rains, it pours. Everybody wants to show up to this Starbucks. It's unbelievable. It's amazing how people all do everything in clusters. It's like if the Starbucks is slow, it is super slow and nobody's there. And when it's busy, they're all there at the same time. Now I'm dropping off the Robertos taco order first. It's telling me, why is it telling me to make a right on Horizon Ridge? I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna turn where the Wells Fargo is and sort of snake my way through the complex. That'll be faster. And I don't think I've ever been to this particular medical office. It doesn't sound familiar to me. There'll be less traffic if I turn at this bank coming up. Less headaches. Just turn here. And then I should be able to snake my way through this complex here. Saying turn left here. And the address is, okay. It's just around the bend. Here's the building. Now where's the main entrance? It could be on this side of the building or it could be on the other side of the building. Oh, it's right here. I see it. park here and head on over there. Hello. There you go. Thank you. Have a good day. Off, no problem with this, with the first one. Next one's a 7-minute drive, 2.3 miles. Navigation, catch up. It's gonna be a leave at the door, and I believe it's a house. 2.1 miles. Really, guy? You wanted to get in that lane at that exact moment, huh? Thanks a lot. So far, this job is easy. It's not hard at all. I'm not having any problems whatsoever. At the rate I'm going, I should be done early today, especially because it's Friday. Everybody's in a spending mood today. Usually the best days to work are Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays in general, because that's the time when people get paid and they got the money in their pocket and they want to spend it. Yesterday's deliveries was a bummer. I had all these conflicting things going on. I had the water situation at home, the drinking water situation, and then I had the deliveries that were really far away and took me to a place where there wasn't a lot of work, and I just put on a lot of miles on my car where I wasn't earning any money. So it was such a disappointment yesterday that I just ended my day early so I could focus on something productive. Because yesterday I didn't feel productive at all. It felt like a complete waste of my time. But now today I feel like I can just focus on doing this job and nothing else now that that's out of the way. And I don't think I have anything else that I have to deal with, at least this week. I think next week I have like a doctor's appointment next week that I have to deal with. But that's not going to be... oh yeah, I don't think I'm going to work that day. I think it's on Wednesday. Wednesday I think I'm taking the day off. I have to do one of those tests where you run on a treadmill and they hook up all those wires to you. It's one of those like stress tests or something. So that'll be fun. I did one of those years and years ago, and so I said, oh, it's been such a long time, it's time to do another one. Make sure everything's working just fine. And I figured now's a good time to do it. You know, my insurance covers it, so I think the most I'm gonna pay, I think, is like like $40, I think, or something like that. So it's definitely worth doing now. You know how insurance is. You just, as long as you got decent insurance, that's the time to do it, because there's gonna be times where maybe you're not gonna have the best insurance. So it's always best to do it when it makes the most sense. What is this bus doing? Got another 1/4 of a mile to go, and the sun is super bright. I think I've been to this house before. This neighborhood feels really familiar. Yeah, I've been here before. There it is, I see it. Thank you. Easy money. Time is 7:24. That was less than 30 minutes. That was probably 20-25 minutes or something like that. So that's a $24-25 an hour job. Now comes the part where I have to dead mile back to the hot spot, and that's going to take me back to where the Starbucks is. $11.50 for 11 miles, taking me back to that horrible area where I was stuck last time. That's a hard no. I don't know if I'll ever take an offer that takes me back over there again. I mean, if I do take an offer that takes me back there, I'm going to jump on the freeway so fast to get back over here. I'm going to haul butt. Because that ate up so much of my time trying to get out of that old Henderson Boulder Highway dead zone. It took so long, and it ate so many miles. So yeah, that's not where I want to be. I really want to make sure I just focus on staying really close to my hotspot area, because that's really where the work is. So anytime I see offer, I gotta create like a boundary zone whenever I travel to the east. I have it for the north and for the west, but not for the east, because I rarely ever get offers that take me over there. I think that's why I don't. And also because it's not necessarily a dangerous area, it's just a depressing area. It's not built up. There's not a lot of civilization there. And also the construction has changed my point of view when it comes to going over there, because with all those orange cones that go for miles and endless miles, it's hard to deal with all of that, because it's like they've turned that Boulder Highway into a 2-lane road, one going north and one going south. That is it. And the cones create so much confusion, the risk of an accident increases. So that adds like a layer of worry to the journey when I go over there. So now we got the $12. And we got to make 50. I should keep like a calculator open on my phone. We got $38 to go. Now I should get another offer for that Starbucks because things were hopping over there. So once I park over at the Walgreens, I'll be close enough to the Starbucks to get Starbucks offers. I noticed that if I park in the Starbucks parking lot, I don't get offers. I don't know why. I've experimented with going directly to the Starbucks and parking there and waiting for offers, and I don't get any, and I can't figure out why. But if I park at the Walgreens, which is, it's probably about, I don't know, a block. It's still in the same shopping center, but it's like a block. It's on the corner of the cross streets. And if I park there, I get Starbucks offers. It's really weird. Plus, I also get Sprouts and I get Walgreens. And then Target as well. But if I park at the Starbucks, I don't get anything. I don't know if they have some kind of, if they've contacted the delivery apps and said, you know, make sure you don't encourage the drivers to park in our parking lot because it causes, you know, problems, because, you know, they have a limited amount of parking for their customers, and maybe they make it where they don't want delivery drivers hanging out in their parking lot. That's just a guess. I only know this through just through observation. So yeah, so that's why I always park at the Walgreens. That always seems to be the spot where I get the most offers that come in once I get there. The app is real particular. Like even when I get to this corner coming up and I'm at the red light, I don't get as many offers as when I cross the red light. I've noticed that too. That the app actually cares which side of the light, which side of the street my car is on. I'm sure it has something to do with how long this light is. That must be it. It must somehow know that this light is very long, and that delays the pickup. When I first started, I tried parking like there's like a retirement community over on this side of the street, and I tried parking over there because it's more peaceful, and I would never get any offers. So I said, well, this isn't gonna work out. So I just headed on over to the Walgreens, and boom, the app started going off. So the plan today is to work until 10:30, but I can work as late as probably 11:30 or 12 if I really want to. I just got to make sure I watch my miles, because I don't want to drive any more than 35 miles today, if possible. Okay, we made it to Walgreens. I'm going to be here for 5 to 10 minutes, and if nothing comes in, I'm going to head home. Alright, I got the next offer, and it's from Uber Eats. We're going to be going to Toastique. It's here in the shopping center. I'm going to be getting $9.63 for 3.2 miles. This is a decent one. The only problem with this one is that the order will most likely not be ready. We're so close to the Toastique. It's literally just around this bend. So, and they're normally not real with it when it comes to having orders ready. There's usually just one employee in there doing everything, and they have a hard time keeping up. So I'll just have to be patient once I get in there. And I don't know how much food this person ordered. Wow, that girl is driving fast. Well, there's nobody there, so maybe it'll be ready. That'll be nice. All right, let's go in and see if it's ready. Wow, it was ready. Got it. Complete the pickup. Gosh, that was fast. That was unbelievable. That is such a rare event. The guy was actually heading to me. He was going to walk out to my car to hand it to me. That's how slow it is in there. That really worked out good. So we're going to be going 10 minutes, 3.2 miles. It's a house. It's a leave at the door. Fantastic. Just love it when it works out like that. Alright, now what's the best way for me to go? I'm going to just go all the way through this shopping center, I think. And then make a right and a quick left. It's 7:37 right now, so Although it's Friday, so the traffic has been light, so maybe I can just cut through the Walgreens parking lot area and jump into the far left-hand lane. See if I can make that happen. I mean, so far when I've been on the road, there hasn't been a lot of cars, so, but you know what happens with that. It's all good until you need to do a real quick maneuver to get across the road and suddenly everybody's out the light. Okay, after this car that has major front end damage, I'll go. Wow. That car got smushed in the front. Surprised it still runs. So I was totally wrong on that one. I thought for sure we were going to be in there at least 5 minutes waiting for the order. But nope, another quick one. This is going to be another quick chunk of change going into the piggy bank. $9.63. That's going to, once I drop this off, basically minus $10. After this, I'll only have to make another $28 to reach my goal. And the time is 7:39. I should have this dropped off before 8 a.m. And that's still going to leave me with 2.5 hours to get the remainder of the money. So I'm doing good this morning. Everything's flowing along just fine. And it's kind of nice that today I haven't had any shopping orders. It's been that's a nice break. Usually the only way I can quickly get to my goal is to take, Vons and Albertsons, push that shopping cart through the store, picking up cases of water and soda. So this is nice. I wish every day it could be like this. I tried that strategy before, only taking deliveries, no shopping. It didn't work out. It was a big mistake. All the offers that usually come in that are food related, usually they're few and far between, and then the ones that do come in, they're low paying. They're like $5 here, $6 here. So you gotta do a lot more of them. And then the food most of the time isn't ready. You've gotta wait 5-10 minutes for them to give you the food. And then with the shopping, you'll get these offers that are big. Suddenly you'll get a $15, a $20 shopping order, and that will make it easier to reach the goal real fast. Traffic's getting heavy over here. All these people are trying to get on the freeway to either go towards the Las Vegas Strip or Summerlin or downtown Vegas. Places where all the work is. These are all the 9-to-5ers. People that have full-time jobs and they gotta get their butt to the office. Oh, I'm in the wrong lane. Ooh. Whenever I'm at a long red light, I always try to make sure my car is not perfectly parallel to another person's window, because I always feel like if my window is right aligned with the car next to me, I feel like they're staring at me. I don't know if you guys have that same feeling when you're driving, that you feel like people are staring at you if your window is right next to theirs, or vice versa. You feel like you are trying to peek into their car when they're next to you. Now, I have no interest in peeking into their car, but I think it's a mental thing. I mean, and maybe sometimes I think they are. I swear some people are so, especially if their car is higher up, if they have like an SUV, they are so nosy. They want to see what you're doing in your car while you're at the light. And they think you don't think that they're looking, but you know they are because you can't make eye contact with them. They're like higher up. So they're like looking into your lap to like see what's going on. I'm like, I don't want you next to me. So I start budging my car more forward. But what's really funny about that is that if I'm next to a bus and there's like a whole herd of people that can look into my car, I don't care, and I don't know why. Why I don't care that a bunch of strangers on a bus are looking down into my car and I don't care. And yet I care if a SUV or a truck with a single person is in it. It actually makes me more self-conscious. There must be some reason. I don't know why. That's one of the weird oddities of driving is the strange human behavior that goes on that isn't logical. It's just, our own emotional states. Our mind plays tricks on us. I remember this one time I was driving and I thought I had a flat tire. And I kept looking at people next to me thinking that they were trying to tell me I had a flat tire. So I pulled up next to this one car and there was this lady in it. And I kept looking at her thinking, is she trying to tell me that I have a flat tire? And she thought I was flirting with her. And I was like, uh-oh. And I got the hell out of there. I thought, oh no. She totally misunderstood why I was looking at her. I think it was because I had a slow leak in the tire. This was going way, way back when I had a real old rundown car and I was dead broke, so I didn't have any money. And the car was such a clunker. It could have died at any point on the road at any moment. That car was a death trap. Most of the cars when I was young were death traps because they didn't make cars with many safety features back then. They were really poorly constructed. I mean, while they weren't, I shouldn't say poorly constructed because most of them were all made of metal. There was no fiberglass or anything like that. They were just hard. They were just serious steel, chrome and steel. The kinds of cars that I grew up in that were clunkers. But the problem with those kind of cars is that they rust. I had one car that had so much rust, you could see the road going beneath you because there was a hole in the floor of the car, and so it was almost like the Flintstone car. So you couldn't pedal the car with your feet, but you sure could see the road below you when you were driving. You just made sure never to put too much weight in that spot when you got in and out of the car. And I think, and one time there was a rusty nail in the car and it stabbed my arm and I had to go get a tetanus shot because it punctured my skin and I couldn't remember the last time I got a tetanus shot. Oh, the fun things when you're young. All the fun and crazy things you do when you're young. Your life is more in jeopardy when you're young than at any other time in your life. Once you're older, you're fine. You get more common sense and of course more money in your bank account, hopefully, to keep yourself out of those situations. I hope there's not a gate code. Oh yeah, I do need a gate code in the gaming one. This particular drop off, I could tell where it's at, that it definitely has a gate, and I didn't check for a gate code till right now. After I drop this off, there's a McDonald's to the north of me, but I generally don't like to go there, so I'm going to head to a Starbucks that's to the south and wait there for the next offer. Turn right on Windmill Parkway. 7:47, so school should be in session right now. I'm gonna see a bunch of kids or not. Oh, there's kids. Oh dear. They're taking their sweet time crossing the street. We're not going nowhere. They got school right now. Everyone's trying to go to school. We're gonna be doing a slow crawl. Oh boy, it's gonna be tough getting out of here.
Turn right on Adamate Drive, then drop off on the right.
I gotta wait to make my right turn until this guy gets back on the sidewalk. Let's try the code. Thank goodness the code worked. When I get out of here, I'm not going to be able to make a left turn. There's just too much traffic. I'm going to have to make a right, take the long way back to get to that Starbucks.
Drop off on the right.
Okay, I'm looking. I see it. Thank you. I hit my funny bone. Man, it hurt. I banged it right on the frame of the door. Walgreens. Go to Walgreens. $14 for 11 miles. I don't think so. Alright, so now I want to head towards the Starbucks, but with all those kids, it's not very likely. $5.50, 4 miles. Yeah, making a left turn is not practical. I'm going to have to make a right turn. It is 100%. The amount of cars that are on the other side of the road is unbelievable. So I'm going this way. I'll go this way. I'll head to the next street. I'll make a right and then head back towards the Starbucks, just coming from the other way. The only way to do it. Gotta stay away from school zones. They're nothing but a headache. Oh, that drop off was easy, other than the injury I got when I got out of the car. I don't know how that happened. I've gotten in and out of this car thousands of times, and yet somehow I banged my elbow. Sometimes I'm just a klutz sometimes. A few times I've closed the door on my foot. I've smashed my foot in the door. I think just sometimes you start to space out. It's not like it's I think or sometimes it's just complacency. $17 for 20 miles. Sometimes it's just complacency. You're just like, oh yeah, just get in and out of the car. You start doing it without thinking. You get a little too comfortable, too relaxed. It's my turn. It's my turn. I think there's a school over here too, but this is a major thoroughfare. So even if there's a school, it moves a lot faster than that other place I would have been at. That other school is right near the corner, and man, and the light right there is so long to do any kind of turns, left or right. Yep, there's a school here too, with the 15 mile an hour flashing light going. But this is a high school. The other one I think was elementary. So with the high school, the kids are more with it, and so they pretty much have already crossed the street. $5 for 2.6 miles. Oh, this is a junior high school? I always thought it was a high school. $8.05 for 5 miles. All the people on the left part of the road, they're trying to get to the school. And then there's a crossing guard up ahead telling everybody to stop. Yeah, just gotta push through. Oh man, all these kids. Oh boy, it's gonna be a minute. I'd still rather deal with this than that other school, is all I have to say. There may be stuff going on here, but it's still not as severe. It's weird to think that and for the rest of my life, I'll never have to go back to school again. You spend your entire childhood dealing with going to school, and you think it's never going to end, and then once it ends, it never happens again. And I'm very happy about that. I have no problems with never ever going back to school. It's just an observation. I suppose someday if I wanted to, I can go to like junior college, or no, go to college again and just get another degree or something like that if I wanted to. But nowadays it's so expensive to go back to school for anything. It's not worth it. When I was in college way back in the Stone Age, $5.11. It was real cheap to go to college. It was like I think I could take 12 units for like $11.02, 8 miles. I can go to college for like under $400 for 12 and take 12 units, which is like taking 4 classes. 4 classes. So it was super affordable back in the day. Now it's outrageous. Now it's so expensive you can't do it. $5 for 6 miles, no. Yeah, those days are long gone. That was a Cal State school, Cal State University. And so it was subsidized by the state of California, which kept it cheap. But boy, have things changed. The world is not the same anymore. Everything is money, money, money. So you're very limited in what you can do. At least nowadays you have the internet to educate and entertain yourself. Back then all we had was the library and then bookstores like Barnes and Noble and Walden Books. And B. Dalton, I think it was called. So if I want to learn some kind of like how to do calculus, I can learn on YouTube if I wanted to. Or if I want to learn about the history of something, there's videos you can watch on YouTube. So it's a different time now. I don't necessarily have to go in person. I do miss going to art classes when I was in college. It was fun. We used to do like the figure drawing, and the people would pose naked and you would draw them. I always felt like that was like so futuristic to be able to do that. I thought, wow, this is so what is it called? It's just so not. It's not like it's like a thing you never thought would happen, yet it's such a normal thing to do, but yet it seems like it would be very taboo to do. It sounded like it was like ahead of its time that you could actually draw somebody with no clothes on and they would be there and it wouldn't be considered to be against the law. And now it's gone the opposite way, where things like that are so taboo. I don't think they even have the classes anymore where people pose with no clothes on anymore. I think those days are gone. Come on, lady. She's looking the wrong way. You need to look at the cars that are coming at you. It's like you need to look both ways, girl, not to the cars that are backing out. Well, here we are again. I'll see you guys 5-10 minutes. Alright, I got the next offer from Uber Eats. It's not $8, it's $6.62, 1.2 miles to go to Starbucks. And I'm just getting desperate. I've been sitting here for about 8 or 9 minutes and it was as close as I could get. So let's go inside Starbucks and pick it up. It was just like a couple minutes. Secure the order. Order secured. Verify the order. Order's verified. Complete the pickup. Ooh. 4 minutes, 1.2 miles, a house, a leave at the door. It was an easy pickup. I just went in there and told them the name of the customer. And they went ahead and they put it together. That was all. That was about all that happened. And there was a lot of people pouring into the Starbucks. And it was just as busy as the other Starbucks that I went to. I was really surprised. It's like everybody wants to get caffeinated this morning. I had another offer that came in while I was sitting there. And it was for $6 for the same kind of miles, like 1 point something miles. And I didn't take it because I had just arrived at the Starbucks. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to take this one because I want $8. And I guess in hindsight, I should have taken it. Because look, I waited all that time and here I am taking an offer that's very similar to what I had declined. And I would have probably already had completed it by now if I would have just taken it. But that's the gamble I'm taking when I set a limit higher than normal. $8 is kind of a little bit on the wishful thinking side. Realistically, my minimum should be $6. $7.61 for 4.2 miles. 2 deliveries, no thanks. It's below the minimum and it's 2 deliveries. I'm like, no thanks. So I know it's a little bit contradictory, but I'm trying to just, always trying to see what happens when I alter different variables when I'm doing this job, just to see what happens. When I changed it a few days ago to the $8 minimum, I had a lot of good luck. So I'm kind of hoping that luck continues. So yeah, if I have several days where the strategy is just not working, I'll change it again. I'll lower the minimum so I get work. But it has been working the last few days. And it's making it so that I have to do fewer deliveries to reach the goal, which of course is nice. It's less work. It's less driving around. I don't know if I think it's even less miles on the car. I think right now I'm averaging like $1.60 a mile right now. Is what I'm looking at on my spreadsheet when I see how much money I'm making. It's not that house. It's this house straight ahead here. All right, here we go. Thank you. All right, so I thought about it a little bit more, and so I will take $6 offers as long as they're 2 miles or less. And that will now allow those kind of offers not to slip through my fingers. That sounds reasonable, because if I'm only going to do 2 miles for $6, that's a triple. That's $3 for every mile. So that would make sense. So let's say that. But not $5. I'm not doing any $5 offers. So $6 minimum, but the rate is triple, is $3 for every mile. And that includes $7 offers as well. And once they hit the $8 minimum, then it'll be $2 for every mile. That should solve that problem. Now, whenever I get an offer that's $6 or $7, I will be able to fairly assess it as a possible job to take, rather than instantly saying no. Because yeah, when you get a job that is super low miles, it's almost a shame to say no to it, because look at how fast I did that job. I completed that delivery probably in about 7 minutes. So it was a you know, that's money that I'm just throwing away. I'm just giving it to somebody else. So yeah, I better and I'm heading right back to that Starbucks, and it's a short drive. So yeah, $8.07 for 9 miles. So it really makes sense to still take those $6 and $7 offers. I'm not so sure about the $5 ones. Those $5 ones never seem to really push me through to the finish line. $8, 12 miles. I'm never happy when I get those $5 offers. It seems like the meter does not move. It just ticks just a little bit when I get a $5 offer. But if it's at least $6, it looks like it just seems like I get to the $50 real quick. So now I've got to make $10, 15 miles. No. So now I've got $22 more to make. 22 divided by 6, that's basically 3.5 deliveries to make. See, this is where the math comes in. You're like, I don't know if I want to do this. $11 to shop for 3 items and drive 6 miles. Ooh. That's almost $2 for every mile. Except I'm like, was this the right thing to do? I'm going. As soon as I get to a point where I can tell you guys what I just did, what I just cursed myself with, I'll tell you. Alright, I got the next one from Uber Eats. We're going to Albertsons. I'm going to get $11.05 to shop for 3 items. I'm going to be driving 6 miles. Yup. Yes, indeedy. That's the job I took. Not the best job. Not the best at all. Let's see which way this navigation's taking me. This isn't exactly the greatest assignment. The miles are a little bit high, but to shop for just 3 items, I should be in and out of there real quick. And then I'll get that $11, and I only need to make $11 more to be done. And it's better than just sitting in the Starbucks parking lot, hoping for a better offer. Most of the driving is to get to the market. I think I'm driving about 4 miles to get to the market. So that means the drop off is just 2 miles away. take a peek at what they want me to get. A burrito, a frozen dinner, and a 6-pack of body armor beverages of some sort. Something blue. Some blue body armor drinks. So, pretty easy. Just kind of a long drive to get down there. It's the only bad part. There's a lot of long red lights that I've got to deal with. I'm surprised somebody else didn't get this offer because I'm so far away from that market. I guess nobody's in the mood to do shopping. Most delivery drivers are just like, I'm just doing Starbucks orders today. I don't want to do any of these stupid grocery shopping orders. I think most delivery drivers do not want to do shopping. I think most people find it to be a real headache. Hey, they changed the 99-cent store over here into the grocery outlet. That's a surprise. All the 99-cent stores went out of business. I think that happened last year. They had they just went bankrupt and they shut. So they're all gone. That used to be the place where every single young person went to when they moved out of their parents' house, went to get their basic supplies when they first moved out. And now that's gone. That was back in the day before the internet. When I first left home, that was the first place I can remember going to. Because when you move out of the house, there are certain things you don't have that you're going to need that you've always just assumed would be there because your parents always had it at home. And so the very first things I needed were a hamper for dirty clothes and a laundry basket. And I got each of them for 99 cents back in the day. It was 99 cents for the laundry basket and 99 cents for the hamper. Those days are gone. Long gone. Everything now is super expensive. I'm just glad they put a grocery store over there in place of the 99-cent store. Because there's a lot of people that live in that area that really relied on that 99-cent store to get groceries. You know, people that are struggling. There's a bus that brings a lot of poor people to that intersection all the time. It's like that's a major stop for the bus. And some of the people actually come out of that bus and they will panhandle all day long on that corner because it's a very busy intersection. And then when they're done, they get back on the bus and they go back to wherever poor part of town they live in. It's really wild. But I guess in their mind, they figure, it's a chance to get out of the heat because, the buses are air conditioned. So they get that nice long ride with the air conditioning, nice for them. I wouldn't want to do it, but I'm saying for somebody who's struggling and you can't even run the air conditioning and it can be 120 degrees, it's a nice feeling to get on the bus for free and be able to have air conditioning sitting on the bus and a break from the heat. And then of course they get here and then they get some money, they try to panhandle, and then back they go, and then they take the bus back. I suppose that's a really good solution if you're really poor in this town, is to ride the bus all day long. So that way you stay cool, and you just have to get the monthly pass, which I'm sure there's a huge subsidy for it. so it's not super expensive to ride the bus if you're poor. It must be pretty. I would think it would be reasonable. I remember when I was a college student, I would get a bus pass and it would be really cheap to ride the bus. It wasn't 100% safe to ride the bus, but it was cheap. Oh, I'm starting to feel a little bit of low blood sugar coming on. I had breakfast this morning. I had a high fiber cereal, blueberries, bananas, walnuts. I had all that stuff. But I ate that at about 4 a.m. So it's been 4.5 hours since I've eaten. So that could be why. But normally I don't start to feel hungry until probably around 9:30 is when I usually feel hungry. So I'm really surprised I'm getting a little blood sugar effect right now. Oh, I know why it is. I've been doing a lot more exercise lately. That's why. I've been lifting, not heavy weights, but like dumbbells lately, and doing a lot more cardio. So I've been burning more calories lately. That's what it is. I sort of added this routine where every time I eat, I do some type of light exercise for 20 minutes. So if I do the math, because I exercise 30 minutes in the morning, and then 20 minutes in the afternoon, and 20 minutes in the evening. So that's 40 minutes, that's 70 minutes of exercise a day. So that's probably what it is. My body's like, what are you doing? This is not, we're going to need some more fuel down here if you're going to keep doing that exercise. So maybe I should start keeping like a protein bar in my delivery bag in the car. So if I start to feel a little bit wonky, I can wolf down like a protein bar or something. That would probably make sense. Maybe I'll do that. Next time I'm at Walmart, I'll pick up a little box of protein bars. Alright, we made it to the Albertsons. I'm going to park next to the cart return as I always do, and then we'll go in and grab those items. Body Armor Blue Raspberry. They started adding stuff to the shopping list. Fantastic. I might need a cart. Amy's Chili Bowls. One more item to go. Done. Some burritos. Good to go. I can't believe this person started adding stuff, and I didn't have a push shopping cart. I just had the hand cart, and it was getting heavier and heavier. And at some point, I started just leaving it at the corner of an aisle, so I didn't have to carry it through the aisle because it was so heavy. Man, I wasn't expecting that at all. Normally, when you get these kind of orders and you're this far away, they add the items while I'm on my way to the store, so I'm aware of what I'm dealing with once I arrive at the store, but not this time. This time the customer decided to put the items in while I was shopping, and I kept seeing more and more items coming in. I was like, please don't let it be a case of water. Don't let it be cases of soda. Oh man. So we're driving 6 minutes, 1.9 miles. It's going to be a house. Please leave at the door. Do not knock or ring the bell. Oh, man. My shoulder was like, oh, my shoulder's starting to hurt. $8.05, 10 miles. I was like, okay, this is more than I was bargaining for. Whew. I'm just glad that shopping part's done. I just got to get to the house, take it out of the trunk, and leave it at the door. Move on. And then I gotta make $11 more to go. The time is 8:38 right now. I'm glad I didn't get a push cart because the store was crowded. So I was able to maneuver around much easier just having the little hand basket. But ooh, it got heavy. I was like, wait a minute, I thought they just wanted one case of this body armor drink. They wanted two. I was like, oh no. And every single item they wanted multiples of. So I think I ended up buying like 10 items. What started out as 3, it tripled. And the checkout was fine. The self checkout was really fast. I really like that feature where you just scan the little code on your phone and you get the receipt and you take a picture of the receipt and you're done. Makes it real easy. Oh, and I lucked out with the body armor drinks. I got the last 2. They wanted 2, and that's exactly the quantity the store had left on the shelf. So that was a bullet that we dodged right there. It would have been really, it would have taken me probably an extra 3-4 minutes if there was a substitute. Because then you got to select it, and then you got to wait for the customer to respond. You got to give them a couple of minutes to see what you're substituting and see if they accept it. And then you got to worry that if they don't accept it, they're going to lower the tip. And you're going to get less money. So thank goodness everything worked out. If this was a DoorDash order, I wouldn't have to worry about that. On DoorDash, as long as you purchase at least one of the items they need, you'll get the full guaranteed amount. If they don't have any of the items, you only get half the money on DoorDash. And then with Uber Eats, you don't get anything. You get 0. Looks like the drop-off's going to be a townhouse. All the properties inside of this neighborhood, I think, oh no, there's more houses. I was going to say, when you first go into this neighborhood on the right, all the properties are townhouses, but as you go further down, there's houses as well. I forgot about that. And this is a good spot. Once I leave here, I could park at the Chick-fil-A. There's a Chick-fil-A here on the corner. And also a Panera. I may just park at the Panera because it's on the right-hand side when I exit. So I may just wait there for the next opportunity. This is generally a really good hotspot in general, so I may get something before I even park. Further down the way, there's like a McDonald's and all kinds of other stuff. So an excellent drop-off. We are in the zone. We're in the hot spot area right now. Ooh, man. You do get exercise doing this job, but it's not enough for my situation. I really have to continue to do exercise throughout the day. I can't just lay on the sofa once this is over. There has to be more continuous activity every time I eat, it seems like, because of the I guess insulin or glucose. I guess I get high glucose levels. Oh no, it's going to be a regular house. I guess I get high glucose levels, so I have to make sure after I eat I do an activity of some sort so that the glucose is removed from my bloodstream by my muscles, I guess they said. I was reading about it on the internet. I'm like, how does this work? How does exercise reduce the glucose in my body? And there's explaining that my muscles need glucose. And so if the muscles are active, they will absorb the glucose from the bloodstream for energy. And then that gives your body, your organs, a break from having to counteract the glucose in the blood. And it makes it so you don't become diabetic, I guess is what they said. And then some people naturally don't have to worry about that, but some people have a precondition or are vulnerable. Like in my family, we're all vulnerable to pre-diabetes. All right, where's this house? This is I don't recall ever being over here. This is really strange. $9, 7 miles, no. I have never been over here before. I'm looking, I just gotta see the address. Is it this house here? Yeah, it's this house here. I'll put my hazards on. Thank you. Alright, that's done. I just have to turn the car around because this is a dead end. It's like one of these cul-de-sacs. And then head back to... Oh, wait a second. Is it better for me now to head back towards... Shoot. Now that I'm over here, I think it makes more sense for me to head back towards the scramble. Yeah, shoot. Well, now we're not going to go towards the Chick-fil-A. We're going to head towards this area that has the Don Chewy Mexican Grill and the what else is over there? Don Chewy Mexican Grill, and the district is over there too, where we have the Earth Cafe, we have the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, there's that breakfast place Scrambled. Yeah, this makes more sense to go this way. And if something was going to be coming up, it'll come in through my phone. $11 for 10 miles, no. Well, that would have completed the day, but I'm not driving 10 miles for $11. So all I need is $11 more to be done. And then we'll be off to the races. So now I'm just going to cruise through this residential area, which is going to lead me out to this business center where I can park and wait for another opportunity. Time is 8:45. Looks like I should be done by 9:45 at the latest, I think. Boy, they really changed this area. It's so easy to get turned around. I haven't been over here in a while. And they're always building new homes over here, and then they're adding new stop signs and walking trails. It's easy to get confused, get turned around. I'm like trying to figure out, like, where's the street I turn on? I'm like, I know it's here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Second light. $3, 2 miles. They're building more homes here. They're like $1 million homes. All the houses here are at least $1 million now, which I'm really surprised they were able to get that much money for them. I think some of them are even $2 million. Really surprised, because this used to be where it flooded. This street used to have to avoid because it would flood. It would turn into a river. And there were no houses here when I first moved here. It was all just empty, open land. Somehow they were able to change it all into all this $1 million property. It's wild. $5, 6 miles. Okay, we made it to the $8 and 6 for 6 miles. Where do I usually park when I wait over here? Oh, here comes a really lousy driver. Oh, thank God he stopped. I think I usually park over here, if I remember right. I think I usually park right here. All right, let's give it the 5 to 10 minutes. I got the last one, and it's coming from Uber Eats. I have to go to I have to go to Sprouts. What's up with that driver? I have to go to Sprouts. I'm gonna get $12 and a penny for 5.5 miles, and I think I'll go this way. I think this is the fastest way to get there. I haven't looked at the navigation. I'm shopping for 7 items. Oh boy. The navigation doesn't know what I'm doing. It's confused. It's like, where are you going? That's not the best way to go. I'm like, trust me, it's the best way to go. Trust and believe. I am headed towards the Sprouts. So I was sitting there for a long time waiting for this offer to come in, and I had one offer for $14 that came in, and it was to shop for like 15 items and drive like 7 miles. So all the metrics worked out, but the drop off was this horrible apartment complex that has a very high level of security, and it's very difficult to drop off at, so I declined it. And then another offer came in that was too far. It was to drive 10 miles for $15, and that was just too far. So this one's come in, and it's gonna do it. It's gonna get me to the goal of $50, so that's why I took it. I'm like, fine, I'll take it. It's not that many items to shop for, and I'll be done. And I'll have about 35 miles on the car once I'm done with the day. And I should be done by 10 o'clock, so it's all good. It is all good. I think I'll take this street all the way down to Maryland Parkway and then make a right into the shopping center for Sprouts. I think that makes the most sense. And all in all, so far the day is just fine. I mean, the work is steady, so I can't complain. It's not a fantastic day where I'm just rolling in the dough, but it's not a horrible day either. Just fine. Alright, the app is really telling me it's very important I make a left turn. Alright. I'll just do what you're saying. I don't think it's faster, but I'll do what you're saying. I know why it's saying it, because this street is 35 miles an hour and the other one is 45, so that's why. And the distance is the same. But I think there's more lights going this way. But whatever. I'm like, okay, navigation. It's not even giving me an option. It's not saying, well, you could go this other way. It's like, nope. It's like, just follow my instructions. I'm like, okay. I'm not 100% sure either which way is faster. Also, this is $12, so we're getting $12 and a penny. Shop for 7 items, 13 units, 5.5 miles. Yeah, that's fair. And it looks like the cross streets tell me we're gonna drop off at a house, so this is perfectly acceptable. Totally fine. The only part that's always a mystery is whether or not I'm going to be able to find every single item the customer wants. And if I do not find all the items, are they going to penalize me for not finding all the items? Are they going to lower the amount of money I'm getting? That's always the mystery. Usually if I get the majority of the items, it only drops by no more than $1. So if it drops by $1, I still made $50, so it's fine. Temperature currently 82 degrees. Blue sky, no wind. Traffic, normal. Yeah, to me, the better way was to stay on the street I was on, in my mind. There's way more lights to go this way. Like this light here, it's like, look, I'm stuck again. It's like, how is this faster navigation? I should have listened to my instincts and gone the other way. Oh, I'm glad this day is about to end. I'm going on fumes. My body's already starting to tell me to get home and have a nice bowl of cottage cheese and apples. It's like, make yourself your peanut butter and jelly and your cottage cheese and apple and call it a day, is what my body's telling me. I am ready to go. I'm telling you, this is the best job. If you gotta make a little extra money, this is the job to have, let me tell you. The only part that you may not like as a person is you're by yourself. And some people don't like that. Some people have to have interaction with other people. But me, I am 100% fine being by myself in the car. I got no problem. The lower amount of drama I have to deal with every day, the happier I am. I don't want to hear nobody's attitude. I don't want to hear anybody's problems. I don't want to have to deal with people telling me their life story. You guys enjoy it though, I'm sure. That's why you watch the videos. You like hearing my stories. Everyone's different. When I watch YouTube videos, most of the videos that I watch are either informational or they're watching other delivery videos, so I can just see what other people are doing. I'm always curious how other people share their delivery driving experiences. Everyone does it different. Everyone has a different style. I try to show you guys as much as possible, as much as I can possibly show without it interfering with me getting my work done. And that's how my videos go. And other people make these videos that they are like they're on steroids. They're so high energy. I just can't even believe that they can maintain that level of enthusiasm throughout the entire video. It's really impressive. But some people have that personality, that real outgoing personality where they can do that. I have more of a laid-back personality. Mine is more like an easygoing, we're just cruising in the car, getting stuff done personality. The best videos for delivery drivers are the ones that are really entertaining, like really, really funny. And those are the ones that get the most views. I guess I'll park here if I can do it without hitting this metal pole. Alright, we are here. Let's do some shopping. Substitute hot dogs, lemons, bananas, busy, Mountain Valley sparkling water, sunscreen, toothpaste, we're done. Alright, the shopping was not hard, it was easy. The worst part of it was, believe it or not, the worst part was the bananas. The person only wanted 4 bananas, so I had to like rip the packaging that ties all the bananas together so I could just end up with 4 organic bananas. And that's always a pain because you're like, I know you guys want to sell these in bunches of 6 or 8, but this customer only wants 4 bananas, so I've got to rip the packaging to do it. And you don't want to get them more bananas than what they really want because you end up having problems. Uh-oh, is this going to be a hard drop-off? Let's see. Do I have a gate code or anything? No, shoot. This could be difficult. We shall see. It requires a pin, 5 minutes, 2.3 miles. It looks like a house, so it shouldn't be difficult, but the person requires a pin. Usually when they put a pin, it means that, you know, it's one of these places where other delivery drivers had problems delivering, and so it upset the customer. So now, whenever you deliver, they want it handed to them, so they're 100% getting what they ordered, and not getting a message saying that it was delivered and it really wasn't. So, I mean, that's what it looks like to me. Usually for an order like this, an order this small, you just have to just leave it at the door and take a picture of it. I was really hoping this last drop-off was going to take me towards my house, but no. We're headed towards Las Vegas Boulevard right now. I'm not going to go to Las Vegas Boulevard, but we're obviously going towards Las Vegas Boulevard. Sometimes when I'm way out over here, I try to think of personal things I need to do, like grocery shopping or just something, so that it's not a complete waste for me to be this far away from home. But right now I can't think of anything I need. Oh gosh, this weekend is Mother's Day. Oh boy, I just realized that. Well, I'm not working on Mother's Day. I'm taking that day off. I'm not working that day either. I have a lot of days off coming up. I have Sunday off and I have Wednesday off. I don't think this drop-off is difficult. I think this customer just is asking for a pin. If they don't answer the door, I'm just going to leave it at the door. Sometimes they don't answer. I mean, this customer did not respond at all to my messages about substitutes, so they may not answer the door. And I'll just leave it. $9.29. It looks like I'm going to be done by about 9:35, 9:40. That'll be the end of the day. Nice short day. Don't crash into me. That truck boy, let me tell you, wasn't paying any attention. He would have drove directly right into me. Was not even looking. He was all ready to gun that engine and go right into me. Man, people are so crazy. Wow, we are really close to Las Vegas Boulevard. The very next light is Las Vegas Boulevard. I'm gonna stop, new request. Don't send me any more work. I'm done. Ooh, I'm glad it's this way and not to the left. There's a horrible high-rise gated community. It's gonna be on the left-hand side. Oh no, on the right. Is it this guy standing out here? Oh yeah, this is a guy. Great. This will be easy. Thank you. Alright, the customer did not have the PIN number. He was just saying, oh, it's for so-and-so. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. He looked like he was reliable, so I'm not going to worry about it. So I just bypassed the PIN and I said it was delivered. And that was the end of that. Whew. Man, I'm glad this day is done. I can't even tell you. Whew. I'm ready to get home and have myself something to eat. I am ready. Just glad that was an easy drop-off. Easy drop-off, and I'm not that far from home. I'm going to end up with about 35 miles on the car, right up to the limit.